Okay, it's the next day here, and you can see we've been working on the Challenger bass boat. As you remember, it was wrapped in a camouflage wrapping, and the sun had pretty well eaten it up and really made it unattractive. So we went ahead and took it off with a heat gun. That was not enjoyable. And we've kind of got into a couple other things here. We got into the transom a little bit to check it out. And I'm pleasantly surprised and pleased. This is a composite material in the transom. And it looks like all we're going to have to repair is this section right here where the bolt had pulled through on the back of the boat. We asked the former owner what horsepower he had on here, and he told me he had a 90 horsepower engine on it. And this little guy's only rated for a 75, so there was a lot of pressure and a lot of torque on this transom, and it just simply pulled through down here into the transom and broke these pieces up. So what we'll do is we'll grind those out and clean them up real good, and we will put some tape on there and inject some raw fiberglass in there and fill that cavity up on both sides with fiberglass. And then I'll go ahead and probably get a piece of aluminum plating for the back of the boat here to just give it a little extra strength, and it's going to look nice cosmetically. We'll get a piece of aluminum for that to cover that, and also a piece that'll go on the inside to give it extra support. I've got a 70 horse motor I'm planning on putting on here, and we're also getting into the nitty gritty of the boat here. The transom is just part of the problem. The floor is completely rotted here, right here in the cockpit area. And as you can see, we got some problems with some stringers. The stringers is this board right here that goes through, and that's actually what gives you support and rigidity in the hull of the boat, and also the support of the floor. Well, water's gotten in there and didn't get properly drained out, and it just starts a process of rotting the wood. And over the years, this is what you get. This whole floor will have to be replaced, so we start tearing it out. And it really isn't too bad of a job. I think what I'll do is replace those streamers so you got good support here, and probably do it in two pieces. I'll do a piece here and a piece over there, and make sure I got good support on it. One thing when you're working on these boats, a lot of these boats don't have a very large cavity in the center here where your drain hole is. So you got to be careful you don't go right through the bottom of your boat when you're cutting and pulling and screwing things down, because right here is the bottom of your boat. There's nothing else under that. This area right here in the center, of course, is your where your stringers go, and we'll replace those, and we'll get a nice new bottom in here, and it should be good as new. Good for another 20 years, 30 years. Okay, let's keep moving.